Hello, good morning. All your mics are off. Let me check that.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Reggie? Good morning.
Hi, I'm doing great. Let me just check my camera. Okay, let me try to join a lot of early because sometimes I have a lot just joining, but yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, I know.
Should I start sharing my screen now or?
Yeah, let me give you okay, the thing is, I need to make you co-host. So, okay, if I make you host, I leave being the host, right? Yeah, and I need also to be co-host to accept. Okay, let's try. I'm not listening to you. Would you open your mouth?
Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think there's a way to make me co-host, but I don't really remember.
I know.
How.
Okay,
So if you want, if it's too complicated.
Try.
Okay, yeah, or if it's too complicated, you can just share the slides.
Yeah, are they the same that you sent?
Yes.
To change the host to you, yeah, it will change for you to being the host, and I won't be able to share. So, yeah, maybe it is better.
Yeah, if you hear them, it works perfectly. It's really fine.
Mm-hmm. I think that that should be done like in advanced options and something, like not in the regular session.
Yeah, I know there's a way, but I don't really remember how.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Since we don't use Zoom that much, we use the Meet one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, are you looking at my screen now? Are you looking at my screen?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Mm-mm.
I'm already sharing.
I can only see your camera.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Please, you can write at the chat box if you can see my screen, please. No, I'm supposed to be sharing. Can you see it?
I can't see it. I'm trying to join my phone to see.
Mm-hmm. What about the rest of you? Can you see the screen I'm sharing? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. Maybe it's your connection, Reggie. Okay, good morning. Would you change your name, please?
Okay, there we go. That's better. Are you still sharing your screen?
No.
Because
let me
it's
check.
not
No.
showing.
There you go. Can you see
Okay.
it now?
Yes.
Okay. And here it's yours. Okay.
Yes. Awesome. I think you can put on like presentator mode in Canva. So you. Mhm.
Yeah, we can do that like this.
Okay, great.
Yeah. But we will begin like with the presentation, okay? Let's wait a couple of minutes since it's 10:27, so we have 3 more minutes to get ready. I'm closing the mic for a couple of minutes. Good morning, Teacher Ali. How are you today?
Good morning, Miss. I'm pretty sorry, but I'm not at home, so I connected through my cell phone. Sorry.
Don't worry. Thank you for being here.
Experiencia, yes, because he, I don't know, it's so incredible.
Let me check just a moment on the waiting room. Is there anybody else? I'll ask you if you see there's anyone on the waiting room, please let me know so I can let them in, please.
I don't think we can see who's in the waiting room, just the host.
The host.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I need to be checking on this. Thank you. You're joining so quickly, so. Okay, one more minute and then we will begin, okay? Since there is 10:32 already. Hello, Miss Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Fair. How are you today?
Good, thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
That's great news. Okay, 10:33, I think we need to start. Remember, guys, well, first of all, welcome to all of you. I'm really, really glad that you're here joining us today. I'm sorry, I need to admit a couple of you. I think this Zoom session is like for 100, so we have room for all of us. Don't be nervous, Regina, everything is going to be fine. Just look at the screen. Oh yeah, I'm admitting like 5 more, so. Hello, Miss Lydia, good morning. She's joining the audio already, yeah. Okay, let's begin. First of all, as I was saying, welcome today to our first webinar. Cuauhtemoc University is really pleased that you are here today. We are going to, as you have seen in the couple of days, we have been transforming like the language coordination, and we would like to be closer to you. And this is one of the things we are about to do, like once a month, which is being close of what you need and things for you to learn in your own perspective. That's why today I am really, really glad to introduce Regina Huerta, who is going to talk to us about her own story with English. And she's going to talk about how English has improved some aspects of her life. Okay, but first, let me share this with you. Okay, can you see it? Can you see the screen? Sure.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Very good, thank you. Okay, I'll be admitting. Meanwhile, if I get a little bit distracted, I'm sorry, but I'll be admitting for those of you who are at the waiting room, okay? So, first of all, what do you think? Let's begin, like with a little survey, okay? What do you think? Do you think learning a second language is important or not in your life? Do you really think? Okay, let me admit some of you, and I'm sharing this on the chat box. Please go to the survey and tell me, do you think learning English is important? Complete the survey, please. And then we will see, what do you guys think about learning English? Okay? It will take a couple of minutes for you to complete the survey. You may write down on the chat box once you have finished, so I have an idea when you have done this, okay? Write on the chat box once you have finished, please. There's a very important thing today. If you don't understand one of the instructions, please ask and we can repeat this. Okay, I'll put.
Igual, por favor, para los de nivel principiantes, si pueden dar las instrucciones, por favor, en español.
Absolutely, Miss María. Ok, repito un poco de lo que hemos platicado hasta ahorita. Bueno, pues bienvenidos a todos. La Universidad Cuauhtémoc está en plena reestructura de su coordinación de idiomas y con base en esto estamos creando nuevas formas de vincularnos, de crear contenido interesante para ustedes. Y de esta manera presentamos hoy el webinar y tengo el honor y el gusto de que esté con nosotros Regina Huerta, que es nuestra alumna. Ahorita la vamos a presentar como se debe. Y les puse en el chat una liga para una pequeña encuesta, ¿sí? Ahorita al final vamos a ver qué tan importante creemos que es aprender un segundo idioma como es el inglés. ¿Por qué es importante? ¿Si es importante para mí o no lo es? ¿Sí? Esta es la primera actividad de este webinar. Si alguien tiene duda, por favor, escriba sus dudas. Pueden ser en inglés o en español en el chat. ¿Hay alguna duda? Is there any question?
No, Miss.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, since we have begun with this activity, you may finish this later, and I'm really glad to introduce you to Regina Huerta. She is a student of high school, which is actually with us at UC High School. Okay, there you can see your screen, right, Reggie? And I give the word to her so she can begin sharing her experience with us. Okay, if you have anything, I'll be right here. I just will mute my mic. Okay, so welcome, Reggie.
Thank you so much, teacher, and thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be here, and thank you so much for letting me share my story with English. It's been quite a journey, so I'm very excited to share it. Also, I wanted to say beforehand, if you think I'm going too fast, sometimes I tend to speak a little bit too fast, or if there's any questions about what I'm saying, or if you would like me to rephrase or say it in Spanish, please let me know. And yeah, I'll be open to answering also questions at the end of the presentation. And whatever comment you want to say throughout the presentation, feel very open to type in the chat or raise your hand or open your microphone. I'll be very happy to hear you. And if some of you could turn on your cameras, that would also be really great. I would love to see you. If you have the opportunity, I would love it. So yeah, thank you for having me here. And well, today I'm going to be talking about a little bit of my experience learning English.
Reggie, please, would you slow a little bit? Remember, okay. We have students for all the levels. I'm pretty sure some of them are going to understand everything you're saying, but would you speak a little bit slower?
Yes,
everyone
totally. I'm sorry. I tend to speak a little bit fast, so yeah, I'll slow down. Okay. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my experience learning English, how has it been throughout my life, and the opportunities that speaking English and just knowing about the language has given to me. And so hopefully I can inspire more of you to keep learning English or to just keep pushing through your journey in learning English. It's a very important thing to know nowadays. So yeah, that's it. Can we change the slide, please? So first of all, I want to talk a little bit about me so you know who is talking to you. Who am I to be teaching you about English? My name is Regina Huerta. I'm an 18-year-old student. I'm a senior in high school, which means I'm in my last year. I'm about to graduate and go into college, and I would like to pursue the marketing career. I'm a certified community manager, and I'm also a climate activist. Both things I will be talking about more further into the presentation. And I've been speaking English all throughout my life. I'm going to be talking about that on the next slide. If we can change it, please. That one, yes. So maybe you're wondering, how did I start learning English? I started learning English when I was 2 years old. That's a picture of me at 2 years old. My parents gave me the opportunity to study at a bilingual school, at a private school. If you're wondering what the name of that school it was Colegio Carrusel. And it was a bilingual school, which basically means that I would take half of my classes in Spanish and half of my classes in English. So when I was 2 years old, I got into pre-K, or here it's known as maternal. And while I was learning, you know, what were the name of the colors in Spanish, I would also be learning this at the same time, what were the names in English. When I was learning the alphabet in Spanish, I was also learning the alphabet in English, which made my brain just kind of be able to relate those concepts and has made it a lot easier. Of course, it doesn't mean that if you didn't learn English when you were a kid, you can't learn now. Actually, I think it's a little bit easier to focus on stuff and to know how to do it correctly, because sometimes it happens to me, and I think Miss Maria Fernanda has seen it, that some things that are basic I have issue with, because I've been talking for so long that it's just sometimes I do that automatically, and I forget about those things. So I think it's important to also keep learning that while you're older, so you're more focused on that. And well, after pre-K, I went to the same kindergarten of the school, and same thing happened. While I was learning how to read in Spanish, I was learning how to read in English. That gave me a lot more fluency, and this is how I'm able to speak fluently right now. Then after that, I moved into another elementary school with the same type of system, half of the day in Spanish and half of the day in English. What happened here, you're older, you are a little bit more comfortable with the language. So we started taking other subjects. For example, people who are now in the beginner level maybe are looking at verbs or how to form sentences, which was the same thing that I was looking when I was in Carrusel. But now I was learning history, I was learning social studies, maths in English, which gave me a lot more vocabulary, and just made me more focused on trying to express myself rather than the grammar of English, which I think it's something that is very important for you to know. I would recommend focusing a little bit on vocabulary, because having a lot of vocabulary is going to help you express yourself better. Maybe you know the basics or how to form sentences, but if you don't know the words, you don't know how to say it, you're not going to be able to. So yeah, I think we can change the slide, please.
Okay, Reggie, I'm going to ask you a super big favor. Would you summarize of what you said, like in Spanish, but just a little bit for those who are beginners, so they can follow the presentation, please? Thank you.
Yes, totally. Bueno, pues le estaba yo contando de cómo yo empecé a hablar inglés. Cuando estaba pequeña, mis papás me dieron la oportunidad de entrar a un colegio bilingüe, el Colegio Carrusel, en el cual tomaba mis clases la mitad del día en español y la mitad del día en inglés. Entonces, al momento en el que yo estaba aprendiendo los nombres de los colores en español, también los estaba aprendiendo en inglés. Nuevamente, después pasé al preescolar y era la misma dinámica, ¿no? Mitad del día en español, mitad del día en inglés. Estaba aprendiendo a leer en español y estaba aprendiendo a leer en inglés, lo cual me dio mucho vocabulario para hablar en inglés. Y después pasé ya a la primaria, igual en un colegio bilingüe, ya era otro colegio diferente, pero era un colegio bilingüe. Pero como ya estaba más cómoda con el lenguaje, entonces en este momento dejé un poco de lado la gramática, todavía seguimos viendo gramática, pero empecé a enfocarme en otros temas como historia, matemáticas, geografía, todos esos temas que también ves en español, también lo estaba viendo en inglés, lo cual para mí fue súper bueno y súper importante, porque pues me dio el vocabulario que necesitaba, porque pues seguro los que están en nivel principiante ahorita están viendo cosas como los verbos y cómo formar palabras, cómo formar oraciones y así. Entonces, pues si no tienes el vocabulario, si no sabes cómo se dicen las palabras, no puedes formar esas oraciones. Entonces, lo que yo les recomendaría es que traten de desarrollar su vocabulario lo más que puedan, de aprender la mayor cantidad de palabras que puedan, para que puedan aplicar todas esas lecciones de gramática y de verdad usarlas y poder expresar lo que quieren expresar, porque si no sabes la palabra, pues cómo vas a formar la oración, ¿no? Y pues sí, that's it. Well, then after that, I went to elementary school and I didn't really care about learning English. I'm one of those persons who cares a lot about the number in a grade rather than what you're learning. And that's what I was thinking about. I didn't care how, but I would need to have like a 10 in English. Even if I wasn't learning at all, I only wanted a grade. So I didn't really care. I didn't saw the importance of it. My parents did. They were like, the English is the most important thing. English is the most important thing. You need to learn English. You need to make your best in English. So I was just trying to get a grade, and I think most of us can relate, or just wanting to get the best grade, or just wanting to be the best however you can. And I got into different activities such as the spelling bee. That's a very ugly picture of me in 3rd grade at spelling bee. And you know, while entering those type of recreational activities, I realized that English is something that I was very comfortable in and that I really liked. Even though I didn't care about learning English, I thought it was just like, whatever. I mean, great that I can speak English, but whatever. What does it give me? Nothing. I was in elementary school. I didn't really know much more than what happened in my school and what happened inside like the playground. So when I got into these activities, I started realizing, well, this is something I like. This is something I feel comfortable in. I sometimes even feel more comfortable talking in English than in Spanish nowadays. I remember in my school, we used to do this thing called Live in English, which is the middle picture, in which basically we would prepare 1 week to show our English skills to our parents and to other kids in the school. So we would do different activities and stuff like that. It was very fun. And that was my favorite part of the entire school year. I remember talking this time with an English teacher and then telling me like, you know, you could really get even better than you are right now. You just need to want it, you know? And I was like, but I don't want it. I just want to, you know, get over the grade, have fun and be chill. But it wasn't until I got into 6th grade. I don't know if there's anyone knows, but in some schools, when a teacher is a mom, the mom can't teach their kid, of course. So I remember they gave me this opportunity. You can learn with this English teacher. I wanted to learn from this teacher, but she was my best friend's mom. So that would mean that I would have to leave my best friend in another classroom. In elementary school, that's like crazy. If you're not with your friends, they're gonna leave you or stuff like that. So I had to take this decision about learning English with the teacher that I wanted, because she was the English teacher. I didn't care about the Spanish teacher. I only cared about the English teacher or being with my best friend. I weighed my options with my parents and with the principal, and I decided to take in the teacher option. So I went into that group. It was one of the best decisions that I made. And, you know, in that opportunity that I had to learn from that teacher, I realized how important was to make yourself open to learning and make yourself happy speaking English. You know, I had this friend, I remember we were singing a song. It was, I don't know, Thrift Shop, if I'm not wrong. I was, you know, just singing. I didn't know the lyrics. So I was just like, no. I wasn't saying anything because I didn't know the lyrics. And he was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm singing the song. And he was like, well, that's not the song. Those are not the lyrics. And I'm like, yeah, but whatever. And he was just like, that's embarrassing. And it wasn't embarrassing to me, but he was like, that's embarrassing. If you're going to talk someday to a native speaker, they're going to make fun of you because you don't know the lyrics. So you should be learning the lyrics and you should be having good pronunciation. That was like an eye opener for me. Ever since then, I started downloading lyrics of every song that I like to learn them so I could sing them correctly, or if I could pronounce the words as they were supposed to be and I could know what they were talking about. But in the long run, I knew that I wasn't going to be downloading every lyric and just learning the song because that would take a lot of time. So I decided to start listening. And this is an advice that I'm going to be giving to you. Just listen carefully to what people are saying, to what singers are singing. Listen carefully, and that's going to help you a lot. That was like an eye-opener for me. And that's when I realized, wow, it is important. Because if I go making random phrases with random grammar, a native speaker is not going to be able to understand me because I'm making up my own version of English. So you need to focus on what you want to get through, the message that you want to get through when you're communicating. After that, I just fell in love with having good pronunciation and having good grammar and just being the best of English. And that's me with a friend in Model UN. I took Model U in English.
Would you give this advice again in Spanish, please?
Yes. Do you want me to summarize everything again?
Just the advice that you just gave, which is
Okay.
really, really important for them to listen. Thank you.
Okay. Bueno, pues miren, les decía que a mí no me importaba saber tanto de cómo decía las palabras, de cómo formaba mis oraciones. Yo dije, pues estoy hablando en inglés y ya es suficiente, ¿no? Yo ya estoy comunicando algo. Llega este amigo, yo estoy cantando una canción, llega este amigo y pues no me sé la letra, estoy así tarareando. Me dice, eso pues da pena, ¿no? Y yo le digo, ¿por qué? Porque a mí no me daba pena. Le dice, da pena porque el día que llegues con un americano o con un británico que habla inglés como su lengua materna, no te va a entender. Y se va a burlar de ti porque no estás diciendo nada, estás diciendo puras babosadas. Y ahí fue cuando me cayó el 20, dije, tiene razón. Entonces empecé a descargar las letras de las canciones y empecé a aprendérmelas para poder decir las palabras en inglés como debería de ser. Pero pues a la larga no iba a estar descargando las letras de todas las canciones que me quería aprender. Entonces lo que empecé a hacer fue escuchar. Y es el tip que les quiero dar, que es uno de las cosas más importantes y creo que las cosas que más les va a ayudar. Escuchen lo que está diciendo la gente cuando está hablando, cuando escuchan canciones, cuando ven series o cuando ven videos, escuchen las palabras y traten de relacionarlas, no las traduzcan, porque traducirlas no te va a servir de nada. Tienes que tratar de entenderlas en base a lo que están diciendo, en base al contexto, y es lo que más les va a ayudar para desarrollar y entender, y van a obtener muchísimo más vocabulario y les va a ayudar muchísimo. Yeah, that's it. I think we can change this slide now. Great. Thank you. So now I finished elementary school with a B2 level. I'm in middle school, finish up with a C1 level. And I've had so many opportunities since then. So now I'm going to show you where has English taken me and where it can take you to. It has been an amazing journey ever since I finished middle school and started high school. And I wouldn't be able to have all of these opportunities if it wasn't for the English ability that I can have. And you can achieve that too. You just need to want it. So can we change the slide for a little bit now? Well, these are some of the pictures of things that I've done. I think one of the biggest opportunities that I had was in middle school. I've always been wanting to study abroad. So I started applying to some schools in Canada. But you know, school in Canada is expensive. So I applied for this scholarship at Sudbury Catholic School District. Basically, to win the scholarship, all you needed to do was to make a video of yourself completely in English. It was to evaluate your level of communication in English, only saying why you wanted the scholarship and why you wanted to, you know, to go to Canada. I recorded a video of myself just saying, you know, I would love to go to Canada for the culture, improving my language and stuff like that. And 2 weeks later, I got the notice that I had won a scholarship of $1,500 Canadian dollars to go to Sudbury, which was like half tuition. It was amazing. It wasn't for college, sorry, it was for high school. Sudbury Catholic schools. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go because of the pandemic. So all of the opportunity had to be canceled. But if it wasn't for the pandemic, I would have gone. And I still had the opportunity. And I only achieved it because I knew how to communicate in English and how to express myself, how to express my wants and needs in English. Imagine if you, I don't know, let's say, I know there's lots of odontology students. Let's say you are, you know, making a practice and there's a recruiter for a university in Chicago, you know, he sees your practice and he's like, hey, you're doing great. We would like to offer you admissions into U Chicago. You're like excited, you know, you're going to Chicago, you're going to America for college, that's amazing. And then he comes in and asks you, well, but what's your level of English? Because all the classes are English. Imagine if you would be able to say, I don't know how to speak English. You would lose this opportunity. So I want you to, what I want to communicate with this is don't give up and just keep pushing through, keep improving how you communicate, because you never know when an opportunity is going to present itself. With the pandemic and everything, you know, I was very sad that I couldn't go to Canada. So I started searching for things that I wanted to do. I was very bored, so I didn't know what to do. I started joining different environmental organizations, and that's why I mentioned I'm an environmentalist. And I came up with this challenge that most of the organizations were in the US, and they were asking us to do things or to do challenges that I wasn't able to achieve. They were asking us to go to our local recycling bin and just take the recycling and do something. But in Mexico, you don't have that. You don't have like random recycling bins in the streets. That doesn't happen. So I was facing a lot of challenges. I didn't know what to do. And then I met this Brazilian girl on one of the meetings. I don't speak Portuguese. She doesn't speak Spanish. So we communicated in English. We knew that we had the same challenge because in Brazil, the same thing happens. There's no recycling bins just randomly around the streets where you can participate in those type of activities. So we decided to make our own, to leave that organization and make our own so we could solve our problems, the ones that are happening in our region. And if you can see at the left, the top left picture, that's a picture of a program we have. We created an organization called Youth Climate Action of the Caribbean and Latin America. We started with 6 people. Now we're 70 people working on this organization, and it has been an amazing journey. I've been able to meet people from lots of parts in Latin America, from Brazil. I don't speak Portuguese. We have a girl that she's from Uruguay and she only speaks Guarani and English. I don't speak Guarani, and if it weren't for English, I wouldn't be able to communicate with her. And she's a great person. She's a great add to the team. And we made this program, which was basically a training for people in Latin America that wanted to make a change. So we basically trained teenagers to become environmental activists in their country or in their city. It has been an amazing journey. We collaborated with different brands. We collaborated with Nilos, with Somos, and with Recicloponía in Puerto Rico. It's been an amazing journey, and I wouldn't be able to do it without English. The middle picture, the one with lots of girls in a Zoom meeting, that's one of the first meetings we had at the other organization. The top picture above that, that's Climate Reality. If you don't know what Climate Reality is, it's basically another environmentalist program made by ex-Vice President of the US, Al Gore. Before, the program was only available on English. That's me taking the program over there. Now, thankfully, the program is available in Spanish. I was very happy to mentor at the first Latin American training. It's Climate Reality Leadership Corps, and the right bottom picture there, that's me mentoring kids in Colombia for the first Latin American panel. And then on top of that, that's me and my boyfriend, Devin, that he's somewhere in the audience. Hello. He's American. He lives in New Jersey, and I wouldn't be able to meet him if I didn't speak English, because he doesn't speak Spanish. So it's not only academic things that they can achieve. You can also find lots of friends, and you can meet amazing people in the journey if you know how to express yourself and how to communicate with people. And I'm very grateful for all the opportunities that I've had and all the chances that I've got to meet amazing people. And finally, the bottom left picture, that's Greeter. I was in an internship with a startup called Greeter for travel. It was like a safety travel app for women. It was amazing. And again, wouldn't be able to do it without English. And you can achieve all these opportunities. There are so many opportunities out there. You just need one simple Google search. And the ability to communicate in English. It doesn't matter if you have basic English. Can I say this in Spanish? Okay. No importa qué tan principiante seas, si tienes nivel medio, nivel avanzado, hay muchísimas oportunidades allá afuera. Solo necesitas una búsqueda en Google y puedes encontrarte con millones y millones de oportunidades. Solo tienes que buscarlas, solo tienes que quererlo, solo tienes que saber comunicarte. No importa si eres principiante, aprendes muchísimo. Así que los invito a que todas las oportunidades que tengan, que se les presenten, no las rechacen. Y si no se les presentan, búscalas tú. Hay muchísimas oportunidades para seguir aprendiendo. muchísimas becas de viajes a, por ejemplo, con EF o viajes a Canadá para aprender solamente inglés para mexicanos. Entonces, los invito a que busquen todo lo que se les presente y que también sigan aprendiendo por su cuenta. That's I'm going to say in the next slide. And well, these are a little bit of my tips to improve to just close off the presentation. First of all, stop translating and start thinking. When you are making a sentence in English, don't think about it in Spanish first. Try to think about it in English. Just build it. I like to see it as little blocks. Just build the blocks the way that they should be in English. Stop translating. Stop thinking about how would you say that in Spanish, or thinking about it in Spanish and how would I say this in English. Just start thinking about it in English, and that's going to be a lot easier. And you will see that in the long run, you're dreaming in English, you're thinking in English, you are wanting to have more conversations in English. Then again, listen to everything that you can. If you like to watch movies, watch them in English and put Spanish subtitles at the beginning. So you can start processing how it should sound, what type of vocabulary they're using, what type of, how are they, building their sentences and stuff like that. And also music again. And once you feel comfortable, I would try switching the subtitles from Spanish to English, so you can see how words are spelled, how especially like common phrases, like common sayings are supposed to be made and stuff like that. And eventually you won't need the subtitles anymore. And then also you can find ways to make English fun for you. As you can see in the picture, it's blurred because it has addresses, but I used to do pen paling a lot. I loved pen paling and I made lots of friends with pen paling. Basically, I would recommend this website. I'm going to write it in the chat. It's called Pen Pals of the World. You can start sending letters to people around the world in whatever country you want, and just share them about your life. It's just you need to only send one page. You're practicing. You're finding ways to make English fun of you. Decorating the little like envelopes. If you want, I can show you one. I don't know if I have one here. Look, for example, this is a bubble mailer that I got from someone in Indiana. Her name is Neely. And it's just simple things. Look, it's a letter. I'm just decorating the letter and sending like cute little things. Look, she sent me this. She's sending like cute little things about your life. Look, here she's asking, what is your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show, it's Criminal Minds or Parks and Recs. Oh, there. So I think this is a very fun way to start practicing and to make English fun for you. Maybe English fun English things to do can also be going live with friends and just having random English conversations, or just going in the shower and having a fight with someone in English. I think that's very fun. I used to do that a lot. So this is my recommendation. And yeah, just go into Pen Pals of the World, but be safe. It's still a random website, so be safe and do it safely. Don't give your address to anyone. And that's also how you can interact with native speakers. You can go on places like Yubo or just Instagram and interact with random people. Do it safely. Don't give personal data and don't give addresses to anyone. Just try to interact with people. If you are a fan of something, if you like, I don't know, K-pop. I know there's lots of K-pop communities that have like random forums and stuff like that. Communicate with those people in English. Try to find ways to make it enjoyable to you. And the most important thing for me is practice daily. Even if it's only in your room, giving a random presentation about whatever, or fighting with someone, or using random phrases throughout the day, practice daily. If you practice daily, you're going to see how fast you can improve. Okay. And yeah, I think we can change to the next slide. And well, that's it for my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, if you want me to repeat anything, I'm very open to, and you can find me everywhere on Linktree. You can find registration for YCAC.com if you want. Just find me everywhere. I'm very active on LinkedIn, so add me on LinkedIn. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for listening to my presentation.
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you so much for your tips, for your presentation. I think everyone has been enjoying what you have been saying, but is there any questions? Would you like to repeat something you didn't get quite clear? Is everything okay? Teachers, would you help your students asking some questions? I'll stop sharing so we can see each other.
Chicos de mi clase, ¿qué tal si lo pueden preguntar en español para que Regina les pueda contestar? Como ven, la importancia de un segundo idioma les puede traer muchos beneficios a su vida en un futuro. Y bueno, ya desde ahora también. Entonces, no sé si alguno de ustedes quiere preguntarle algo en específico a Regina.
Absolutely, you can do this in Spanish. Por favor, chicos, lo pueden hacer en español con toda confianza. Y alguna parte que quisieran que les repitiera, también con mucho gusto. Vamos, que no les dé pena.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope they don't have any questions because they got everything. So they are super high level in English. So I'm really, really glad everyone is understanding everything.
Oh, there's a question.
Yeah. Jaime. Sí, Jaime, adelante. Abre tu micro.
Jaime, ¿puedes abrir tu micro, por favor?
Sometimes the connection is not quite good. It takes a while. Okay, let's do this. Meanwhile, you think about some questions, you can contact Regina and I'll start sharing with you something I would like you to complete. Okay, you did this. We will find out.
Jaime is saying that you need to give him access to the microphone, I think.
Oh, okay. I actually cannot turn his mic on. He has to do it by himself. Jaime, you can write your question on the chat box. Puedes escribir tu pregunta en el chat, por favor, porque no tienen cerrados los micros, todos los pueden abrir.
Thank you, teacher. That's very nice of you about the comment that she added. Thank you so much. I was going for that, so I'm very happy that I could be able to inspire someone.
Here I'm going to give you a very important data maybe you are not aware of, but by 2021, the most spoken language worldwide is not Chinese anymore. It is English. English is being spoken by 1,340 million speakers around the world. But check this very important data. Of this, only 379 millions are native speakers. That means, this is a very important thing for us to know. Only 28% of the English speakers are native. The 72% of the rest of the world, we are speaking English as a second language. We belong to that 72%. So it is a very important data for you to have in mind. If you haven't thought about speaking English is important. Nowadays is the most spoken language around the world as a second language, actually. Okay. So why guys, why do you think learning English is so important? Why is it important for you? Please answer this question through this. I'm going to copy this to the chat box, but I am also giving you this. Go to this QR code and please upload your comments on why is learning English important for you. Share your experience. You can do this in Spanish. Repito, estos datos que les di son muy importantes tomarlos en cuenta. Por si alguien no se había dado cuenta, al día de hoy, disculpen, ¿alguien tiene abierto su micro? Estamos teniendo ruido. Muchas gracias. Somos casi 30 participantes, entonces no podemos tener tantos micros abiertos. Muchas gracias, chicos. Si alguien no había tomado esto en cuenta, hoy el inglés es el idioma más hablado en el mundo. Ya no es el chino, ¿sí? Para el año 2021, el inglés es el idioma más hablado y el 74% de personas que lo hablan como segundo idioma. No son hablantes nativos y nosotros formamos parte de esto, ¿no? Entonces, por favor, escaneen este código. Ahorita pego en el chat la liga también del Padlet para que puedan participar. ¿Por qué? Denme su propia perspectiva. Ahorita escuchamos el testimonio de Regina. Ella ha estudiado inglés durante toda su vida. Como pueden ver, súper fluida, tiene muy buena estructura gramatical, pero lo he estudiado durante mucho tiempo. Tal vez no todos hemos tenido esa oportunidad. No todos aprendimos el abecedario en inglés y en español al mismo tiempo. Pero entonces, ¿por qué es importante el inglés para mí hoy? Compartan, por favor, aquí sus reflexiones. Pueden ser en español. Es importante para nosotros conocer qué está pasando, ¿sí? ¿Por qué es importante? Porque para mí hoy aprender un segundo idioma e incluso un tercer idioma debe de ser muy importante. Recuerden que somos ya ciudadanos del mundo. ¿Sí? ¿Ya todos tienen la liga o el código?
Sí, si quieren, en lo que responden el Padlet, le contesto la pregunta a Jaime que puso. Pues
Sí.
mira, como les decía, yo creo que practicar diario, escuchar, familiarizarte con el idioma de todas las maneras que puedas, escuchar en inglés, leer en inglés, hablar en inglés, aunque estés tú solito en tu cuarto hablando con la pared, peleándote con alguien, háblalo. Si quieren en especial mejorar la lectura y ver su progreso, creo que ver el progreso es algo que también te motiva, ves que mejoras y dices, ay, pues ahora el siguiente nivel, y el siguiente nivel, y el siguiente nivel. Les recomiendo Read Theory. Es igual a una página en la cual vas a leer a tu nivel y vas a ir subiendo de nivel. De repente te vas a dar cuenta que ya no estás leyendo lecturas de un párrafo, sino de 3. Después ya no te van a estar preguntando qué significa tal palabra, te van a estar preguntando sobre el contexto de la lectura, ¿no? Entonces, si quieren mejorar en especial en lectura, yo recomendaría eso y pues buscar la forma en la que inglés se vuelva divertido para ti. Que tú lo disfrutes, que sean cosas que a ti te gustan, para que también no sea tan difícil y no sea tan complicado. tratar de hablar si tienes la oportunidad de hablar con algún nativo, muchísimo mejor, porque te pueden ayudar de una manera que es diferente. Pero si no, tú busca las cosas que a ti te gustan y busca las cosas que sabes que tú quieres mejorar. A lo mejor para ti es más importante desarrollarte en la manera en la que hablas. Entonces, hay muchos videos también en YouTube que puedes buscar para practicar tu speaking, en los que te hacen preguntas, o incluso en TikTok, te hacen preguntas para que tú las contestes tú solito en inglés. Entonces, sigue buscando formas en las que sea divertido para ti y sigue practicando todos los días.
Ok. Muchas gracias, Regina. Vamos a compartir nada más para terminar. ¿Qué piensan ustedes? Si piensan que es importante estudiar inglés, vamos a ver. El 50% de las personas que están aquí, de los que contestaron, tenemos 16 respuestas, pensamos que es absolutamente necesario saber inglés. Estamos reconociendo la importancia de tener este segundo idioma en esta época en la que la competencia es cada vez mayor, en la que debemos de demostrar cada vez mayores habilidades, ¿sí? En realidad, prácticamente todos nos encontramos entre el 93.8%. Solo una pequeña parte piensa que es de regular importancia, ¿sí? Y algunos de los comentarios, bueno, esto se tarda en actualizar, es que, bueno, te abre oportunidades, efectivamente, te deja crecer de manera personal, y te da también más oportunidades laborales, definitivamente. Entonces, pues muchas gracias por participar, esperamos aquí sus comentarios, bueno, se va a ir actualizando conforme vayan poniendo esto se los compartimos después, y pues muchísimas gracias por estar aquí. Thank you so much for being here today. It's been an amazing experience. I'll stop sharing so we can say goodbye. And thank you, Regina, for this opportunity to be closer to everyone. Chicos, es bien importante que vean, no nada más que los maestros les decimos, no nada más los papás les decimos, es bien importante aprender inglés. Ya vieron desde la perspectiva de una compañera de ustedes, de su edad, con las mismas oportunidades. Es bien importante, ¿sí? Y hay muchas maneras en el que lo podemos realizar. Así que pues agradezco la presencia de todos aquí. Muchas gracias, Mises, por el esfuerzo de estar aquí. Nos pasamos ya unos cuantos minutos. Gracias por dedicarnos este tiempo en sábado. Thank you so much, Regina, for your time, for your preparation time. Thank you, teachers, for encouraging your students to participate in this kind of events, which are going to lead to have to be more conscious about the importance of learning second and third languages. Okay. Muchas gracias. Gracias, maestras. Y bueno, con esto nos despedimos. Cada quien tendrá la actividad que le asigne su maestro. Y pues cualquier cosa, estamos en coordinación de idiomas de la Universidad Cuauhtémoc. Thank you so much, Miss Ale. Thank you. Muchas gracias. And see you soon, guys.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I just removed the Zoom user, the last one who was not living. Reggie, are you still there? I think your image is frozen.